these guys to like think she was super cool, and maybe they were going to visit her whenever they get out, if and when they get out. And this is her way to like really get herself aligned with her guys. And so she didn't just get a couple grills, she got $2,500 worth of grills.
I will say she did get slapped with a conspiracy charge that is overcharging. So for that reason, it's Lean Me Back Black.
And like, and $2,500 worth of grills might be like 3 grills. Okay. Yeah, or like but if there's diamonds, 1. Yeah, absolutely.
Ready for it?
All right, let's get to it, man. Move that van.
Oh no!
Oh, and she looks like she regrets her decision. Damn, Sharon Elizabeth Smith.
Oh no, Sharon
Elizabeth Barry Washington.
And I feel like this is her first crime.
Oh man,
I feel like it's her first crime. She really wanted the guys to like her. She maybe took a liking to one, and he was like, "Yo, be fly, mama, little mama. If you could get us some grills," and she was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah, boo."
Now I think it was 1 grill, and she paid for it. Like she paid out of her pocket for 1 grill for 1 man.
It was 1, but I like your theory though. I like your theory, Tanner. It didn't make a lot.
I hate being wrong. Anyway, man, thank y'all so much for joining us on our shenanigans as y'all have all week, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the YouTube video. And also, if you locked in on Tubi and all those other platforms, hit record all and also favorite us, please and thank you.
Y'all have a good night.
Okay, guys. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Patty. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Grant. Thanks, Pammy. Thanks, Big Sis. Thanks, Nausea.
Hey, welcome to the Side Dish. We are more than an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We are the whole meal. I am Headkrack, and we got the beautifully lovely Claudia Jordan. I'm screwing up because it's Friday and I started partying earlier. We got the beautiful Claudia Jordan and my guy Danny Thomason in the building. What up, family?
What's up? How y'all doing tonight?
What
y'all
up?
The weekend?
You know, thriving and surviving. Just ready for the weekend to activate. Going to Universal. Gonna ride all the rides. You know, if I could ever
go to Orlando.
Absolutely, because I've never been. I treat it like I've never been every time I go.
Really? Okay, Tanner.
Are you a roller coaster ride person, Claudia?
Back in the day, I was, but not anymore. You remember when Fabio was on the roller coaster and he, when it came back up, his face collided with the bird and the bird split in pieces? I did an appearance with him. He told me the story. And I was like, I'm cool on roller coasters. I'm all set.
But do you realize how rare and unusual of an incident that was? Like everybody in the pearly gates had to sign off on that for it to happen. Like, for a bird to be flying that low, for it to hit a person who was regarded as one of the handsomest people on the cover of paperback books in grocery stores at that time. Like, but, God signed off on that.
I actually feel like it should have happened more because a lot of times roller coasters over like kind of the land it's in, like there was like a little pond nearby. Like it's when the roller coaster went down, the birds went up and they collided. I'm surprised it has to happen more.
Fair.
And mostly it's because I'm old and I get whiplash now. So that's the only reason why. So.
Oh yeah, that's the wooden roller coaster.
I was really hoping you were about to tell me you're afraid of like a pigeon or something to the face.
No. Hey y'all, someone that is not afraid of taking a ride and taking chances and putting it on the line is Nick Cannon. All right. It seems like Nick Cannon is in his reflective era. So during his sit down with Breakfast Club, he revealed that he believes it made him become he reveals what made him become a better father to his 12 kids. Take a look.
Uh-oh, we might have a little technical difficulty here.
Nah, I'm just reading his lips. He'd be like, yo, kids, I like having them. I'm going to have all the kids. I got to the point in my life where I decided I want to have more kids than everybody.
And I think he was like tired of being, Nick Cannon pretty much was a clean cut guy like throughout most of his life. And he probably was very responsible sexually, always using a condom. I think, honestly, he got sick of it and said, you know what, I'm going to take a walk on the dark side right here and just say, take a...
I actually saw a part of this outside of here. And part of it had to do with like, if I remember correctly, he's talking about like the breakup with Mariah being a traumatic event. Like he started his family there, and then that being a thing was like sent him through trauma, like losing Mariah. And then he went on a journey of like trying to find it again with all of these different people. If I remember correctly, now I am dramatically paraphrasing that. I just want to be clear about that. I don't remember the specific details, but I remember that being a thing where coming out of that relationship and having a whole new level of fame and, you know, the trauma of losing him, trying to like recreate that in other places. If I remember correctly, that's what part of that interview was about.
So was he trying to make another Mariah?
Well, like out of the person
First
he had
off,
a
you
baby
can't.
with, or like incubating a child so they can have that
Making
set
baby
ability?
Mariahs, because he got a whole bunch of like mixed babies out there, and he, 12 times. 12
I mean,
shots
you
at it.
can look at it like that, or you can look like he's making new black people. Cup could be half full or half empty. And a lot of times people forget that Nick Cannon was the one who like filed for divorce in that situation. And I think, when you look at the fragility of the male ego sometimes, because I think he went on public record a bunch of times saying like, yo, he was tired of being Mr. Mariah Carey when like I'm a whole Nick Cannon out here, and all the different businesses he ran, all the things he started up, it hit him in a certain way, and I think that weighed heavy on him, and that like helped prompt him.
I just didn't do the work, so then I looked up, 12 kids later, and I'm like, wow, I could have did things very differently. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go have 12 kids. It was more about like, yo, I'm gonna just live life and have fun, and whatever happens, I can handle it. When it probably, being almost 45 now, I can sit back and be like, yeah, if I would have thought the process through a little bit more and took time to actually do the inner work, things might have been a little different in certain scenarios.
You wouldn't have 12 kids.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing, because I've always said this, every child that I had was made out of love, and there were strong relationships. It's just, if I would have did the work and the healing after getting divorced, I probably would have took my time in a lot of other scenarios. And for whatever reason, I thought that was the answer a lot of times. It was like, oh, well, I'm going to figure it out over here. I'm going to figure it out over here, opposed to like, yo, now you're leaving trauma every step of the way, instead of, fixing it from its origin.
I don't think anyone wants to have 12 kids outside of sharecroppers that need help on the farm. I don't really think that's a desire. Like 12 voices to hear every day and feed. And we can sit here and say love, and it's amazing. That's a lot of responsibility, a lot of headache.
Well, it's a lot easier to have 12 kids when they're not all in the same house. I have a lot of brothers and sisters, and I probably wouldn't have as many kids as I have right now if all my brothers and sisters lived in the same house, because I would have known how it felt to have that many people around. Like, I ain't never lived with my brothers. I only know what it feels like to live with my sisters. So like sometimes people either want to like recreate something that they missed from their childhood, or trying to find that thing.
Tanner, what do you think?
There was a couple major takeaways from that, just getting the audio, that like I really wanted to point out. And one, he was talking about having not done the inner work yet, which I think is like really important. And he was talking about like, getting out living life. And he says, if I'd have done that inner work, I might not have moved as fast as I did in this other way. And the other thing is like, I just want to commend him for having done that work now and being able to take that honest look there back at himself, because a lot of people never do that. And so it's like, shout out to Nick, for taking that hard look at himself.
I often defend Nick Cannon as far as like his success. Him being called Mr. Mariah Carey is like, I think it should be a ridiculous concept, because this man did a lot by a very young age. Like, he was in media for a very long time and very successful. So I want to give you your props, Nick, and you are extremely fertile. Like, we can't take that away from you at all. Jesus Christ, 12 kids.
Like, just imagine if he hugged Cardi B for just too long, right?
Oh, Lord. No.
Oh, no, my gosh. She'd have twins. Like he used to say, there's no Nickelodeon without Nick Cannon. All right, we got to move on. If you guys listen, everybody knows Candace Owens, and everybody knows that Candace Owens got something to say. Well, if y'all aren't tuned in, Candace Owens is in a legal battle with the President and First Lady of France over Candace's claims that the First Lady Bridget is not a woman. Those are Candace's claims. Those are not my claims. According to the Macron's lawyer, Bridget is willing to submit expert testimony to specifically and genetically prove the allegations are false. Here's the thing. are we surprised that the president and the first lady of a foreign country are willing to go this far to prove an American commentator wrong?
I mean, I think that speaks volumes to how little problems they have over there in France. Like when you could put a lot of energy into addressing like whether or not like the president's wife is a man, apparently the crime is low. Homelessness is at a astronomically low rate, and there's no real issues to deal with.
You would think that, right? But right now, France is going through a whole bunch because Africa's pulling their money back. They're no longer being slaves to France. And, France colonized a lot of black nations, a lot of black land, and made them pay back money. Like Haiti, for years, they had to pay back billions of dollars to get their freedom. And now there's a bunch of countries in Africa that are turning off the spout, the no more free meals anymore. And it's devastating France. Like they are having a bunch of riots and stuff going on right now. So for them to be worried about this means it's really striking a nerve. I think these are claims that people have been saying a lot. They've said this. They've had a lot of criticism. There's a huge age gap between the wife, the president and his wife. She used to be his teacher. And they end up getting together. And she does have, strong features. But she also has kids. So Candace Owen is just, I think, a lot of the people in America, they get caught up going down these rabbit holes of these conspiracy theories, and they use their microphone to propel them. And here you have it. You got someone who's got time, apparently, in the middle of chaos.
Well, thank you for enlightening me what was going on with France, because I just thought it was just, the best cheeses that we don't normally eat, and, the Eiffel Tower, man. And
it's about to get real
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that Candace thought Bridget actually had a baguette as opposed to a croissant. That's crazy.
I need Candace to, I don't know. I think she's a very articulate woman, but I think she wastes a lot of her energy in misplaced in areas where it should be beneath her at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the end game is for her except to just rile people up and get them hyped up.
I mean, but that's legit.
Like, is this what you want to build your platform on? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some people do that. When you go back to like late 90s, early 2000s, Rush Limbaugh, who would just jump out there and say the things just because he knew the things he would say would get people paying attention and leaning in. Someone assumes that role every few years. Probably in their heart of hearts don't believe all the things that they're saying, but know how to play the game. And a lot of times people take the game seriously and the game plays back,
Well, now she's getting. I saw Nick Fuentes going in on her, and there's a whole bunch. Yeah, there's a whole bunch more. I'm sure we'll be talking about her a lot more in the future.
Word up. And that hand's strong. You saw how she mushed that dude when he was on that plane? You can Google it. We'll switch again. And before we get into this story, we want to let you know that mushrooms, they're not for everybody. And if you're thinking about using them, consult a physician. All right. Now, Claudia, your friend Keri Hilson, she's back and she has new music on the way, but the journey has been rough. And while talking to Angie Martinez, Keri revealed what helped her heal her depression. Check it.
Assisted me with shrooms, medicinal grade shrooms, psychedelics.
Mm-hmm.
I can say without a doubt that I did like 2 macro doses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying this responsibly because, again, it's doctor assisted, right?
And also, this is your experience. This is not what we're not promoting this or telling anybody that this should be your experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can say that, and I was already coming out. I was already pretty much out, but I still would struggle with it here and there. And that doctor suggested that I just research, which I did because I was very scared of like drugs.
Really? Were you not like, do you smoke weed or anything like that?
Nah, I would do edibles occasionally.
Yeah. Low dose?
Yeah, probably. I mean, and I would take, if they recommend a half, I'm really taking an eighth of the half, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm easily affected by everything. Like caffeine. Like I can't, I don't,
Right.
So I know my personnel, which is me. And so I was very, very nervous. But then I learned that there are retreats all around the world for shrooms being used medicinally as healing modality. And all I can say is it worked for me. It worked for me.
Okay, you're not going to just say that.
I mean, where's the lie? Have y'all done mushrooms before?
Oh, absolutely. I know a lot about this this topic. And I was one of those people who was like, yo, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. And like, but, I think, you reach a point in your life where, you have your pharmacist or your doctor is trying to put you on certain things, and you have certain other things that you've tried that haven't worked. And the thing is, in the right pairing, mushrooms can like repair synapses in your brain that kind of stop firing off in a certain way. You know, there's people who have MS that use it. There's people who have social anxiety, people who have PTSD. But you can't just be going out there into the wild, cold, not knowing what you're doing and what you're taking. You have to kind of know what you're rocking with.
I take a mushroom called lion's mane in a pill form. I've had several concussions in my life, so my memory and my speech were affected years ago, and I started to get like a little stammer and not as clear as I used to be. Sometimes the words just don't come out as fast as my brain is processing it. I feel like something wasn't firing off in my brain. I took lion's mane. I got them on Amazon, and let me tell you something. It made a huge difference, and I could tell when I don't take them, there's a huge difference in how I speak and like just getting my thoughts out clearly. So I know she's not talking about lion's mane. We're talking about a more fun mushroom, but I like those too. I like those too. Tana, how about
there's
you?
There's so many different kinds of mushrooms. Like you're just speaking to, you know, it's hard to just say mushrooms, right? Because there are some that exactly like what you're talking about, Claudia. I know there's I believe it's Tongat Kali, which might be a root, but that's a mushroom designed to help men with like testosterone and blood flow. I do think she is kind of talking about, HK, you said it, the magic word psilocybin. But here's the thing is like there are all kinds of studies about non-traditional medicine like this. You know, there's plenty of people who have serious issues with seizures, and then they found out that like marijuana cigarettes managed to help them with their seizures. And so I'm not surprised that that we're hearing about someone say, hey, you know what, maybe this isn't for everybody. And I'm presuming, and I'm jumping out the gate here, I'm presuming she's talking about, you know, her depression and the mushrooms helping her there. We know that those kind of mushrooms do rewire the brain a little bit. They do alter the brain chemistry a little bit. And you know what? Like the experience might not be for everybody, but they're clearly helping some people.
Yeah. And you also have to be very careful because like sometimes you can take mushrooms and then have a terrible day or have a heavy day in front of you, and you will have the worst time ever because your filter is off and you just teeing off on everybody.
I think we should have Mushroom Mondays here on Side Dish.
I'm here for it.
Oh, Mushroom Mondays. Well.
All right, y'all. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Side Dish when we return. Back. All right, now. Well, Nori was on the Brilliant Idiots podcast discussing current rappers when he told a story about having dinner with Kodak Black at a fancy restaurant. Listen to this.
Tell you something. I got critiqued for Kodak Black. Let me tell you something, Kodak Black. I'll accept you back any day
That's my guy.
of the week.
I love Black.
I love Kodak Black. I went to Prime 112. This is one of the best stories. I went to Prime 112 with Kevin Liles and Mike Kaiser. And Kodak Black walked in Prime 112. This is a prestigious establishment. He walked in there with his own food. I've never seen him like that.
Oh, yeah, the Haitian food.
He had a Haitian plate. I looked, and I was like, this is either the most disrespectful or the most flyest shit I've ever saw. And I believe it. Let's just leave it in between, right? And I looked, and I was like, yo, Kodak, you're not going to eat in Prime 112? He's like, this is my mama food. My mama food way better than they shit.
Why did he even come to Prime 112 then? That's what I always wondered about that story.
Because he's a gangster.
First of all, shout out to Miles, who owns Prime 112, and they make the most amazing kale salad, the amazing stone crab claws, and their lobster bisque has the most lobster I've ever seen in a bisque. And Kodak Black said, "The hell with that! I'm eating my mama's food in this prestigious establishment."
You know, sometimes I think eating at home from home food in a swanky space, it elevates the experience of the homemade meal. But if I owned that restaurant, I'd have threw him out on his face.
Tanner, what do you think?
I mean, how did he get away with it? That's my thing. Is like, what restaurant lets you bring in your own food? The cafeteria? What are we talking about?
Yeah, Kodak Black. You know, Miles is so cool with everybody. He probably was like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? But damn, though, it's kind of. I mean, if you are cool with the owner, you're friends with him, I think you should respect the establishment and not do that because, you know, I mean, it's kind of like a known thing, etiquette-wise, to not do that. So do you think it was fly or do you think it was flagrant?
It's a flagrant foul, but like, I mean, if you follow Kodak Black, this is kind of par for the course. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna sit here in front like he's one of my favorite like rappers in the rap space. I remember one time I had to prepare for an interview with him, and I had to listen to his album. And I much would have rather had ants crawl in my ear than get through that whole project. and then the interview was bad. So I kind of have like a preloaded clip already ready just for the overall energy of it all. And you know, but I have like always heard that his mama's cooking is the bomb. And yo, listen, you gotta cherish that. Take that with you everywhere you go, but not every location is the best.
I'm sure his mother's cooking is amazing, and I'm sure she's an amazing cook. Do you think he smuggled it in the way you smuggle snacks into the movie theater with like a big old thing?
Sometimes. Is that bad?
Sometimes he probably walked in with a loose white bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even try to hide it. Yeah.
Well, guys, I've got an update. It seems like Lil Nas X has entered a treatment, and this comes weeks after his arrest for a late-night viral naked walk on the streets of LA, the Brawl Walk. Now, this news comes after Lil Nas X was a no-show for a court date related to his arrest. Fellas, I didn't know he had this much of a problem. I didn't know that. It's kind of sad.
It is. I mean, you know, like this game ain't built for everybody, and everybody ain't built for this game. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like one day you're the most decorated, you know, medal on the shelf, and then the next day they got you tucked in a drawer somewhere. You know what I mean? To go from like Old Town Road to be walking down an Old Town Road, not everybody is equipped for that trip, man. And I hope he gets the time out he needs just so he can get his head together and be all right, you know.
I hope so. Also, I'm just going to jump out here and say this. I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about Lil Nas X. I'm sure he was having a real good night tonight. He was feeling himself. Maybe he was on some of those mushrooms that we were talking about earlier. But even there is like, okay, I'm going to ask you to look at his body. The man is not unhealthy, skinny. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look emaciated. He looks like a pop rock star, rap star would look who does the kind of music he does. Like you go into treatment for things like this to make your case look better, right? Where it's like maybe you're not addicted to anything, but you know, it's like your lawyers are advised. Like first off, you should have showed up for your court date. Like we all know that. Yeah. But also on the flip side, it's like you got a case coming up, and if you've already started treatment, then that gives your lawyer to say, well, you know, he's already begun his treatment program. We're so sorry that he missed his court date, but he had a mandatory yada, 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 whatever it is. And so part of that is trying to build that case so you look better for the judge before you even get there.
He looks so healthy that I thought that he was really trolling. It took me a minute to really believe it. Like I was like, nah, this is just because he's a master troller, right? Like he kind of like he's an expert at trolling. So it seemed like he was doing this to get the attention. But then not video, but the reports came out that he got arrested. They were like resisting arrest and all that. And I'm like, well, where's that video? We never saw that video. So I still was like, is this still a troll? But no, now
me and Tanner was on that same kind of time when the story broke, and I also read that like when I think they gave him like a field sobriety test and blood tested him, and there was nothing in his system. So like I was saying, his legal team probably was playing the game like, hey, he's going through treatment, but that treatment could look like a bunch of different things because people have mental breakdowns every day, B. And the world is making everyone go through a lot right now, and you're fine until you're not, man. Shoot, I almost had a moment last week where I was like, yo, man, F this, F it all. But, you just got to kind of like go find whatever your woosah is and do that for a second, and hopefully you can come back good. And some people pull it off, some people don't.
I almost had one earlier today in our group chat.
Oh, boy. Moving on.
I know that's right.
We're here for you. We're here for you, Claudia.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. We got to move on here. We got to talk about Cameron just a little bit. He recently had to kick former boxing champ Adrien Broner off of his It Is What It Is podcast for doing this to his co-host, Stat Baby.
Nah, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro, some G, we got a boyfriend here, yo. I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Okay, we can move on to football. Then.
Stat. Oh my God.
Yo, Stat. Let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd. When I see you taking off some time,
I'm mesmerized by Stat.
Yeah, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person.
My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, man. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, man.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you his boyfriends in here. You know when my brother
shit,
know that.
my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could, but I'm not going to sit in and not value your time neither.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no problem.
You look.
Cam's a class act for that.
You know how many times I wish I had someone like that have my back in this business? The fact that Cam did that and stood on business and did not let people disrespect his co-host and it was like, nah, I'm not going to wait for it to get super, super flagrant. It was flagrant enough. I done told you this woman has a man. You don't know what their dynamic is. Maybe he's already a jealous type. I'm not saying her man is, but you never know what people's scenario is. Maybe he already doesn't feel the way about you being around these celebrities every single day. And I know you get hit on and she got to go home and deal with that. And then here you are again and again, after you've been asked more than once, yo, Cameron, I'm actually going to be doing Cameron's show very, very, very soon to address some of the stuff, the Dame stuff. I cannot wait to go. And now after seeing that clip, I'm even more of a fan. That is a stand-up man right there. So kudos to you, my brother. Kudos.
Especially to hold his ground against a person who was like a former champ. You know what I mean? There was no fear in that man's heart. Go Harlem. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And I was like doing a little deeper dive on his story. And if I'm not mistaken, I think somebody was saying something to the point that her man was actually in the studio when that happened. And that made it even more out of pocket for Adrien to do that. But but kudos to Killer Cam, man, for stepping up.
It's interesting. I don't know a whole lot about Adrien Broner. Something about his speech there didn't seem fully on, if you know what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Did you guys pick up on that as well?
You are so on point because he's like never know where it's gonna go. Very erratic.
I think he's been in the fight game for too long. Took too many straight shots to the head, and he doesn't. A couple of them crowns is broken in the box. If you know what I mean. Anyway, switching gears, talk about Charlie Sheen, his new Netflix documentary, aka Charlie Sheen. Have y'all seen it?
Machine.
I tried to watch it and I got bored. I thought it was gonna be more reckless out the gate. So maybe I gotta get to the good part. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people clutching their pearls in these streets. And I get this. Charlie's drug dealer, Marco Abetta, helped save the actor's life by tricking him into getting sober. And here's comedian Kev on stage's reaction to that.
That to get him off crack, they convinced his drug dealer to make his crack cocaine less potent over time. And he agreed. Over a year and a half, he made his crack cocaine less crackier, weaker and weaker. Still sold it to him at the same price. And after about a year and a half, Charlie was like, man, I'm just not getting high on crack anymore. And he just stopped. He didn't even go to another dealer. He just assumed crack didn't work for him no more. That is crazy. What kind of intervention is that? They got the drug dealer to sell him worse drugs at the same price? And it saved him from crack. Put it down, crackhead. Put it down, crackhead. Put it down, crackhead. Put it down, crackhead. Put it down.
That's a bop. That's a bop. That's all about. Low key, that was stealing. Like, I mean, granted, like, you know, you can look at it through the optimistic lens, like, yo, he's a rehab dealer. But on the flip side, he was stepping on the product and still selling it to him at full price. I don't think he had his man's best interest in mind. I think he was getting over on Carlos Estevez, if you're nasty. I think he was getting over on him and by selling him the thing at full price and stepping on it.
What do you think, Tanner?
Well, first off, I don't know. Is this an appropriate time to say this man's a true Apollo legend? I mean, to sell drugs for a year and a half and make them less potent so that Charlie's like, I don't even want these anymore. Like, that's the ultimate reverse Uno. Like, you sold yourself out of your best customer. But also at the exact same time, this is what happens in some of these clinics where people come in and they've got a real bad problem and they can't go cold turkey because the body rejects it. You know, we wind up in like difficult medical situations there. So was it that wrong? Charlie got clean this way.
I cannot see that a drug dealer would have it in his heart to do this for the betterment of Charlie Sheen. I do kind of feel like he was getting over, and then it sounds good later, maybe reverse engineer the story. It does seem like that drug dealer wasn't missing any meals, so he was still, maybe he was getting over on a lot of other people by doing this and selling watered down crack. I've never heard of such a thing, watered down crack, and still the same full price. But you know what? At the end of the day, I guess it's good for Charlie because he never seems to have to face any consequences.
Yeah, apparently he has like that get out of jail free card. You can pass go. The buck never stops for that man. Like by the end of his like crack, he used to smoking run, he was just smoking baking soda. Probably
smoking crack, giving everybody HIV, doing all kinds of stuff. Like, get out of here, dude. And you know what?
Winning. Remember, he was winning and he had tiger's blood. Those were some wild years.
It wasn't quite tiger's blood. It was more like mosquito blood.
Oh, please elaborate. Go a little deeper.
I'm saying, like, you know, he had that infected blood. It wasn't really tiger's blood.
But I heard he was drinking that. That was kind of like his cocktail that helped raise his T cell count. You know what I mean? To make him, you know, keep him from like not being healthy.
Okay. Well, Charlie Sheen is 8 years sober, so I guess it's working out for him. And yeah, he's still out here thriving and winning.
Listen, I'm happy for anybody's sobriety story. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lose too many people to their addictions, and however he got sober, like, more power to him. And if you're struggling with something, please get help and try to get sober too, because we want you to stick around for at least 2 more minutes while we take a quick break. We'll be back with more Side Dishing too.
guys, welcome back. It's Friday, so we gotta hit you with a flick pick. So the Jordan Peele produced horror film Him, starring Marlon Wayans, dropped today. Let's check out the trailer.
Invited to train with legend Isaiah White himself. Care to elaborate?
I want to be the GOAT. Cameron King. Great meeting you. I'm a fan. That's crazy. I damn near worship you growing up. Who are you?
I'm him.
Who are you?
I'm him. Monta.
Let's play a little catch. We going to the man! You want to play at your highest level? You want to be a legend? Because let me tell you something. This ain't a game. Who are they? Just gonna toss the ball around a little. You wanna hit this? You can't handle it. I understand. Oh, too slow. Wait, what are we doing? That man's smile about to be on the floor. This is how you do your teammate? What is this? In this game, violence is rewarded, so learn to enjoy it. Get your together!
Activate my hate. Not the boop.
Oh, now it's getting mixed reviews on social, scoring only 32% on Rotten Tomatoes. Are you guys still going to support this movie?
As soon as I close my laptop.
You're going to see it tonight?
Yeah, you headed out tonight?
Hell yeah. Like, I rock with all the Jordan Peele movies, and I like when Marlon Wayans does serious stuff, because people try to put him in this box, be like, oh, you white chicks, oh, you blah, blah, blah. But these same people ain't seen Requiem for a Dream. And also, people forget he killed Tupac.
Oh, for sure.
Not in real life, but in Above the Rim.
I think the movie looks awesome. And listen, we recently did a movie earlier, and it's so hard to like get people to be all on the same page. I think now people are so critical about everything. Back in the day, people were a little bit more open to give projects credit. Like everyone's a producer in their mind, everyone's a critic, everyone's an actor. Maybe social media has ruined this. Where there's no way that should have gotten to 32%. It looks the trailer alone looks incredible. I will definitely be going to see this movie this weekend. It looks good to me. I like it.
Review bombing is real. Like, people will review bomb something before they even seen it themselves, just because they got a lot of hate in their heart. You know what I mean?
Tana, what you think about it?
It looks pretty good. I'm definitely open to see it. I'm probably not going to catch it opening weekend like HK. And like for people, everybody who's watching, it is a Jordan Peele movie, but it's not written or directed by Jordan Peele. He just produced it. So he kind of helped usher it through, got it to the screens this weekend. So, and plus I'm like you, HK. I honestly think, I truly believe this in my heart of hearts, that comedic actors often make the best dramatic actors, because you don't expect to see it coming from them.
Yeah.
Two names come to mind when I think about comedic actors when they go play dark roles, and I think they absolutely kill it. Jamie Foxx and also Dion Cole. Surprising, like so funny, but then when he plays dark, so good. I love seeing
What's that joint he got on BET that's so damn good? Talk about Dion Cole.
Average Joe.
Average Joe. Like if y'all ain't seen Average Joe, is worth the binge.
Yeah, I love it. And also the dad from the two, Ashley, the two daughters, the white guy, sitcom actor.
Bob Saget?
Yes, when he went
Saget?
comedy,
Bob Saget?
When he did stand-up comedy, he was super dark, and you're like, whoa! It was so crazy to see him going from like cheery, happy on TV to like the dark. I love when someone's not just one note.
Some of Eddie Murphy's best movies were ones where he wasn't like, being typical Eddie Murphy. Like Dreamgirls, obviously, Don't Know Light Is My Name. And there's a movie that most people haven't seen, a joint called Mr. Church, where he plays like the cook for like a family. It was some of his best work. I watched it on a plane. I missed it in the theaters, but he did his thing.
I love it.
Earlier, we were talking about Average Joe. I'm gonna tell you about somebody who doesn't put up with no average Joes. That's Lori Harvey. Steve Harvey stopped by the Pivot podcast, and he was asked how he deals with his daughter Lori Harvey's dating life. We've all seen it, and he said as long as he follows this one rule, him and Lori are good. Here's the rule.
Man,
See, I gotta be real careful because Lori, boy, she be in my ass. I can't make no mistakes. I can't make sense. I saw one of her exes somewhere at a game somewhere, and I shook his hand. Boy, I can't even touch his ass no more. I better not acknowledge him or look at him or nothing no more. So I'm off limits. If you are ex, your ass is my ex too. That's the rule. The rule in our house is any boy that's an ex, he's now my ex too. I must hate him like we was dating.
Man, that sucks.
Come on. I said it this morning. I'm going to say it again. I feel like Steve Harvey is America's dad. Like, I got 2 sisters. My dad is the exact same way.
You know, it's like you don't want to be petty and be like, okay, mom, you have to hate him because I don't like him anymore. But if he did you dirty and then I see you all taking selfies and he posted on social media, it looks like you're kind of still endorsing this guy. So I get it. But yeah.
I mean, it was one thing if the person did somebody dirty, but if the relationship just ran its course or the contract expired, and you know, you don't want to give up being friends or cool with certain people. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that sucks the most about breakups. It's not even just the fact that you're losing the person; you lose the family, you lose the little kids they may have had, all the other stuff. You know, it's worse than losing a person sometimes.
And in this case, you lose your relationship with Steve Family Feud Harvey. Like, that might have been the best perk. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know and meet Steve a little bit.
And Lori's probably sitting back like, well, that's why your ass should have made it work with me. Now you're losing all the perks that come along with me and my stepdaddy. That is my daddy.
I mean, Dan, can Steve even go see Creed 4 when it drops? Or like, no? Or
right? Can they not go?
Survey says.
By the way, he's one of the best. He's excellent on Family Feud. I love him on Family Feud. I think he's so good.
He's the best.
He's overtaken. Who's the guy who used to do it back in the day? Richard Dawson?
Yeah, kissing everybody on the mouth.
Yeah, everybody got mono from him.
Some of her exes are Michael B. Jordan, Future, Diddy, Justin Combs, Trey Songz, just to name a few.
Okay, well, one, you know,
he's got to be talking about Michael B. Jordan. Like Steve and Michael B. They got along. I feel like they were like enjoying each other's company and like growing out a little bit. And then Lori and Michael B. go south, and now Steve's like,
and
Steve was probably getting mustache tips from Michael B. Jordan. Like, yo, man, how you keep it? You know?
Yeah, Michael has a mini Steve Harvey, if you think about it. Like, he's on his way. I think by the time he gets to Steve Harvey's age, he will have a similar mustache in girth and thickness and weight.
If things got bad and there was like a Steve Harvey show, like, you know, prequel sitcom, Michael B. Jordan could play Mr. Hightower. Like, you know, working his way. I'm not saying that the streets were asking for that or anything, but you know,
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Of all the reboots, like, what's the show y'all want to see rebooted? Let us know in the chat. Wrong answers only. Let's get that Homeboys Out of Space going. Listen, man, we got to go to break, but when we come back, we have the question of the day, right? And it's courtesy of Baller Alert, and you might want to clutch your phone real tight for this one. We'll tell you about it in 2 minutes. got this shot to the chat, man, and it's time to get a little personal. Now, we have a question of the day, courtesy of Baller Alert. Now, we all have things on our phones we'd rather keep to ourselves, right?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely, yes.
Some people want to get buried with their phones. And if you had to choose between the two, what would be the lesser evil? Would you rather have your text leaked or your internet history exposed?
What kind of diabolical question is this?
I know.
I mean, it's kind of easy for me. I mean, like,
really, what's your answer?
I'd rather the text leak.
Really? Oh, so you and me talking trash about people in the group text?
I do, but most of the people who know I hate them, they know.
Tanner, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like my phone, honestly, like you like take my phone. You can take almost any you can put almost all of my phone out there and we'll be all right. But my search history, that's between me and the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going down with that one.
Pretty bad too. It's pretty yeah, and I still don't want this. No, I still don't want to give my phone. So I'd rather let you guys see the search history. Maybe some people will find it endearing, some of the things that pique my interest. I don't know.
Well, just to be in the danger zone real quick.
Like my search history is so bad that my FBI agent is concerned. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So no one feels comfortable doing their last 3 things that they search for, like real quick?
Oh, let me look. See if I can share.
Wait.
I think today was pretty good. I think that's pretty good today.
You just go so under recent searches, and I'll screenshot it. Okay.
Google?
My last 3 was AT&T customer service. Then before that, doctors say because of death. And then number 3 was Troy Winbush. Don't know why I looked him up. I think someone brought him up, and I had to like Google him to see who they were talking about.
Mine isn't bad today. So
when we look up recent searches?
On your
yeah,
Google?
like when you go to your Safari part.
So to go to Google, like
okay,
let's see. Mine is like looking up restaurants because I was looking for food today. Let me look.
And I'll share this to the chat just so y'all know I ain't capping.
Mine's boring today.
I don't even know how to find it. I don't know how to find what you're.
Likely story, Mr. Thomason.
I'm going to go to the Google. The Google search
right.
was Crab Kings, Dallas, which is a restaurant down the street that apparently closed down. I was so mad. Delta, and then seafood places near me. I'm boring today, but give me out a week. Give me Saturday night. Give me tomorrow or Sunday.
Yeah, what's your demon time search look like? You know, like after the sun is down and most people are asleep. Like what's going on at 1 a.m.?
When I can't sleep at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Demon
That's what I'm like. I wonder if let me look this up. Yeah, 3, 4 in the morning. Tanner, is there things you can't share with us over there?
I'm over here Googling puppy dogs, lollipops, and walks on the beach. That's crazy. That's
he's
so
totally
weird.
lying. Somebody check his closets and under his bed. Maybe some tape.
Gang in the chat. What say y'all, man? Would you rather your internet search history be leaked or your whole chat situation? Because based on how reckless people in the chat be talking, I don't think they have nothing to hide. I think they willing just to let it go.
Yo, let me hit you with an equally difficult challenge, though. Have you ever heard about the Instagram search page challenge?
No, what's that?
It's like where you hit the search page, hit the little search icon down there. It looks like the magnifying glass, and like refresh it. You got to refresh it, and then you got to be willing to show people what comes up on it. Like I don't know if you can even see that, but that's just me looking at like honestly, this is a bunch of like high quality photography. But sometimes it's what you've been looking at recently and what the gram thinks you're looking for can be a little scandalous.
Yeah, I would have to explain this to people.
I'm boring. Cats. And a guy with his shirt off.
Boring.
Well, listen, man. What was you about to say?
Oh, and I was just gonna go to break, but go ahead.
Take us there.
I was gonna say we are gonna take a quick break, and on the break, I'm gonna press these 2 fine young men to tell me what's really in their browser history because I'm not buying it. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
right, welcome back. You guys know what time it is.
Whose cousin is it?
All right, guys. A wise woman once said, kick down your door and smack your chick. And a wife in Charlotte, North Carolina said she wasn't having it. She was arrested for putting her paws on her husband's alleged mistress, who was also their family chiropractor.
So get this. According to court docs, the scorned wife, who's been married to her husband for 17 years, pulled up to a suspected mistress's job and smacked her so hard it knocked her glasses smooth off her face.
Oh, wow. Okay. And after a warrant was issued, the slap-happy wife turned herself in and was charged with 1 count of misdemeanor assault and battery. All right. Whose cousin is it? Alleged mistress. We don't even know if this was the mistress for real.
I mean, sometimes you got to kill a hostage just to let everybody else know you mean business. So, yeah, you know.
Right. It's true.
Let's see. Scorned wife, married to a husband.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, home of the NCAA.
A warrant was issued.
NCAA.
The wife turning herself in. That's not black people. We don't.
Oh, you feel like we had to come? Yeah. We would have had to go get her.
We're gonna be like, yeah, it wasn't me. What you mean? I didn't slap I ain't slapped nobody. I was here. I was working. What you talking about? I ain't slapped her.
Even if you provided the 4K video footage from the ring cam or whatever, they'd be like, oh, that's AI. I didn't do that. It wasn't me. Denied.
Also, I mean, that's a hell of a smack to slap someone so hard their glasses come off. That's crazy.
Like, I mean, it's one thing if the glasses were like just loose, like, you know how your glasses are. It's another thing if the glasses were like, you know, with the strap in the back. Like, you know, glasses are easy. That's why they make you take multiple rides. You know, that would have been easy.
Also, the woman was the family's chiropractor. Have you been to a chiropractor, Headkrack, ever?
I used to go a lot more regular, and it was never our cousin there. A lot of different types of cousins, never our cousin. Receptionist at the front, our cousin, not the back cracker.
Much like TSA, exactly. Tanner, do you go to the chiropractor often?
You know, I don't like people I don't know touching me. I went one time, and it was a man. And, you know, he touched me all over and, you know, did the thing where they're like a clink and then they make your bones go and you're like, ah. And like, I just felt really vulnerable. I was like, ah. And, you know, and so like, I haven't been back.
They do put you in some interesting compromising positions in there. And you're like, is this part of the process? Plus, what if they have a bad day? I was wondering about chiropractors.
I'm like, sir, no man has ever touched me there before.
Your chiropractor was doing the most. It sounds like you might be able to get some money.
Yeah, wait, have you guys not ever, is your chiropractor isn't in like the back of a van in a mall parking lot? That's not where your chiropractor is?
You went to the pop-up.
Yeah, you might want to stay away from that. So
although it is wild, like this woman, she was the family chiropractor, so she went from cracking backs to getting her back cracked. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, absolutely. Yeah. Tana, I think it's your cousin. I think it's your cousin.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like not everybody got chiropractor money, and slapping is like, we like to fight. We don't really slap.
Yeah, that's like a white thing, like unhand me, like a backhand. Or
I feel like it's the turn yourself in part of it. Like the fact that she turned herself in. We didn't even have to do all this. This could have been solved, but now you're gonna like turn yourself in. Like that feels like my cousin.
Like black people get targeted enough, but we don't turn ourselves in because we're most likely gonna get blamed for something we didn't do anyway. So I would have to say it's not us.
Yeah, we'll be in a space where we'll be like, yo, like if you really, you know, come get us if you like really feel that way about it. So yeah, Tanner's cousin all day.
Are we all in alignment? Is it my cousin?
It's a 3-piece.
Like the chiropractor, we are in alignment. He got us all in alignment. Yes.
Well, as we always do at this time, 3, 2, 1. Move that van.
Move that van.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Jesus Christ.
Ellie Davis.
I want to see the chiropractor. If the husband, she looked like.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see the chiropractor.
Very pretty girl, Kelly Davis. That says, "Why does that come?" So yeah,
that's a
she
target.
looks Latina a little bit.
It looks like who?
Wow.
Looks like who a little bit?
A Latina. She looks Latina a little bit.
Yeah, like Target employee pants color cousin. Oh, she's married to Thomas.
Worth noting is that she's married to a former NFL player.
Impressive. Well, that story all makes sense now. Totally makes sense. Well, man, we were strong and wrong.
Were we wrong? Is she mixed?
Yeah.
You think she was mixed?
She was Latina. Oh.
She's mostly black.
So
wow, we were wrong. All three of us are wrong.
We just so people at home know, if somebody was in our ear, it's like, no, we have miscousined this woman, and that she is in fact a black woman.
Yeah, we need to get her spit in a cup so we can do the 23andMe, just so we can be certain. Because like maybe we are like a large percent right, but the optics of it all gave it wrong. But you know,
I think she's a quarter black. I think she's 75% and then white and 25%. But I think she has one biracial parent and one white parent. That's what I think.
So even if it's 25%, you know,
I'm gonna see. I want to see if I can find the chiropractor. Like, no, come on.
I bet you do, Tanner.
I would take that field trip because I just want to see what would make that man risk it all. Because she was a baddie.
That's why,
right?
But he was also an NFL player with options. And one thing you can't give a guy, or most people for that matter, too many options.
Okay, so big weekend, everybody. We're gonna have fun this weekend. We have nice, big, great, fun stories to talk about on Monday.
Hopefully, I might end up at a chiropractor's office. I'm
gonna be out at Shaky Knees, the music festival here in Atlanta, so I'm super excited about that.
Oh, and speaking of Atlanta, I'm doing like a soft relaunch for the gym I own in Buckhead, Pepper Box in Buckhead. So if any of our side dish mates, soul mates, everybody in between want to come and pull up, we're gonna be out here 3 to 5. You can find out about it on my IG. What about you, Claudia?
I'm in Detroit. I have an appearance night with my best friend Annie. We have a little appearance we're going to, and then you might catch us at the MGM Casino shaking those dice, trying to win some money in the crap tables. Because every time I come to Detroit, they take my money in the casino. I want my money back. This is my get back. It's my get back.
It's your time.
Yeah, she's gonna get it back, y'all.
We locked in. Well, appreciate y'all locking in with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell others the same rules that we did for the last year or so. And thank you for rocking with us on our first week.
It's been fun, fellas. Thank you so much for having me. I've really enjoyed hanging out with y'all. 1 week down, however many to.
Oh, we're gonna run as long as General Hospital. It's up from here. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your 48-hour Friday. We'll see you later. Bye.
See y'all later.